Hey, what up? This is Solo Traveler ORD. Thanks again for checking out another one of my videos. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and to hit that bell while you are here. And I appreciate the support. So I'm back with another video review. This time is about a news report from ABC about TSA agents stealing from passengers. So yeah, that's kind of messed up. So, of course, you want to protect yourself as you're traveling. That's one of the biggest things that we always tell, the travel community, that you want to protect yourself and protect your stuff. But of course, while you're in different foreign countries, you want to just protect yourself. Who cares about your stuff? It is what it is. But who would have thought that as you're leaving the country, that TSA agents will be pickpocketing you on your way going to another country, or even just staying in the States or just traveling out? Yeah, that's pretty messed up, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go check out this video on the TSA stealing from people going through the TSA line.
If you've ever lost something at an airport, you probably wondered where that digital camera or iPod really ended up. Well, tonight, we've got a sting operation that could bring you some answers. Sometimes your favorite shiny toys can end up in the homes of people who screen your baggage, the TSA officers at the security gate.
Yeah, who would have thought that? And that's the thing about it. That would be the last person I would think that would be trying to steal from me, because most of those security jobs or whatever, they have a good record. I've done security in my past life, years ago. And the thing about it is you gotta have a clean record to even do security. So to even hear that, it's like, really? What?
With the help of simple tracking technology and some tempting bait, ABC's Brian Ross brings us this Nightline Investigates.
This is the TSA security screening checkpoint at Terminal B of the airport in Orlando, Florida, a place where this $600 iPad belonging to ABC News was left behind on purpose and then disappeared. ABC News tape shows it was last seen at the airport in the hands of this TSA officer. And
gotcha, bitch!
Man, they got him on camera. Oh, man. Now, that's even messed up. Now, it's one thing to be accused, but when they got you on camera, yo, it's a wrap for you.
Andy Ramirez. And then, several hours later, we were able to track our iPad using its Find Me app as it moved away from the airport, step by step, until it stopped at an address 30 miles away in Claremont, Florida, the home of the same TSA officer last seen with our iPad. We found case after case of TSA theft in our ABC News investigation, including this TSA officer in Memphis, seen at an empty ticket counter trying to stash a laptop left behind at a security checkpoint, and then draping a jacket over it and walking away.
Gotcha, bitch!
Man, it's like, come on, man. Now, you work TSA, you work in security, you know that the security cameras everywhere, and you decide to do this. This is just stupid. Why would you do that? I'm sorry.
You big dummy!
It doesn't make any sense for you to even want to do this at all. That's the last thing I would think about doing, but let's proceed.
He was convicted of theft and fired. According to new figures provided to ABC News by the TSA, some 381 TSA officers have been fired for theft, 11 this year alone.
It was like being on drugs. It was like an addiction that I couldn't shake.
Addicted to stealing?
Yeah, I was like, what am I doing? But the next day, I was right back at it. I could tell whether it was cameras or laptops or portable cameras or whatever kind of electronic was in the bag.
That's what you wanted?
Yes.
And then once you saw that,
I would alarm the bag.
which gave you the justification to open it?
Yes.
Just out of prison where he served 3 years, Brown told ABC News theft was easy, part of a culture of indifference at TSA.
What?
Wow. Saying that it was so easy and different. And the thing about this, I could see why it was pretty easy. For example, if you're rushing, trying to get to your flight, and you know how it is, they're going to close the gate. Once they close the doors to the gate, you can't get on the flight. You're kind of screwed. And last thing you want to do is be on standby for the next flight, because you will get bumped, and next thing you know, you don't have the right seat that you really wanted. You might have to sit in the middle seat of the actual row. So a lot of times people are rushing, especially if it's more than one person. You know, if it's a party of two, party of three, whatever, you guys are rushing through TSA. And there is times when you will forget that. And then now you have to go back. And yo, just to see that, you know, all I gotta say is just watch out. You know, make sure you have everything. And I make sure of that as well. Whenever I go through TSA, thank God, knock on wood, I haven't had any issues. Because I'm always making sure that I, you know, take care of what I need to do before I leave. And actually, I take my time. Because, you know, me having TSA pre-check, when you have TSA pre-check, you know, you're going through that whole line and everything, you know, quickly. It's a breeze, no problems. So basically, usually I have a lot more time at the gate to chill. I usually get something to eat or whatever. But like I said, take your time. Get yourself TSA pre-check so that you have to be in that long line with the regular people that don't really travel. And with that, it will save you a lot more time when it's time for you to go through TSA. You could check everything. You won't be rushing.
Why did you do it?
Just playing in with the rest of them of I don't care and they ain't treating us right and they're not paying us right. It was so easy. One day I walked right out of the checkpoint with a Nintendo Wii in my hand.
Nobody said anything?
Nobody said a word.
Wow, Nintendo Wii. But that also shows another thing that says something. They're not being paid well. You know, if you're not being paid well, of course it's going to be easier for them to steal or whatever. Because think about this. You're doing a job that gets criticized for long hours. They're constantly walking and standing, and to find out that you're not getting paid much to do what you're doing, of course it'll be easy for them to sell whatever they steal because of that.
Anybody ever say, watch yourself?
Yeah. One gentleman that used to work in the office one day came to me and said, they were talking about you in the office, be careful. I said, okay.
You got a tip off?
Yeah.
I was kind of astonished it wasn't but a few miles away from the airport.
Using the Find Me app, Winslow tracked his missing iPad to the home of this man, TSA officer Clayton Dovell, who authorities say was found with at least 5 other stolen iPads when he was arrested. We waited 2 weeks before we showed up at Ramirez's house.
The tracking device shows that it's located right here at this address.
Okay.
Is it here?
No, sir.
And again, Ramirez denied knowing anything about the missing iPad.
Did you take it?
No, sir.
You did not take it?
No, sir.
But shortly after we set off an audible alarm on the missing iPad, Ramirez produced it.
Sir.
You found it. There.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
When they did that, find the audible, oh, I know he was sick. Then you would find out that they're right there with the cameras. Oh man, I would have been sick too. This dude, oh my God. Let's see what he has to say after this. After they noticed or they sent out the alarm to find his iPad.
There it is.
Turn the camera off.
With his TSA uniform now off, Ramirez said it was his wife who had taken the iPad, not him.
Come on in, sir.
No, I don't want to come inside. I want you to explain how this iPad left at a TSA screening station ended up in your house.
My wife's, I'm so embarrassed.
Your wife?
My wife said she got the iPad and brought it home.
You know, that can't be true because the last time we saw it, it was in your hands.
Oh man. So then he tried to lie his way out of that. Now, come on, man. Come on, man. I can't believe this guy actually tried to lie his way out of that whole situation. But, you know, it is what it is. This happens. Like I said, watch yourself. Make sure that whenever you leave through TSA that you have everything so it doesn't get left and then you will never, ever see it again. It is what it is. So I have another video. The video is about a man who actually spent time in a Brazilian prison. So he actually breaks down what it is like being in the prison of Brazil and so forth, and how horrible the ordeal that he dealt with. So one thing I can say is that you never want to, like, whatever you do out there overseas in any other country, you never want to get in trouble. You never want to go to the jail, because basically it's worse than anywhere else you could think of in general, especially compared to the United States. Most of these countries that is not a westernized country, their jail is horrible. For example, like for Colombia, you know, I spent a lot of time in Colombia, family there and so forth. Basically, if you go to jail in Colombia, issue is that they will not give you a bed, you will not have meals, no clothes or anything like that, because of the fact that someone had to bring all that stuff in there for you. Someone had to be there, literally had to feed you, have to clothe you. Someone had to get you a bed, or else you could be sleeping on the floor. So that's how they have everything set up. So let's see what he went through in being in the Brazilian prison.
What's the difference between being in jail in Brazil and the United States?
You know, Brazil's a different animal altogether. I mean, it's more of a concentration camp. You know, there you don't know what's going to happen. Inmates are being tortured. We don't have lights. The lights go off for weeks at a time. The conditions, it rains inside your cells. Part of your cell it rains and you have floods. You're below, sub-below, so the air quality is very bad. Anybody that has any kind of breathing problems, those people that were dying from asthma and stuff like that. There's riots on a constant basis. I mean, hundreds of guys got killed in my prison. The food quality is basically you might as well eat dog shit. There's bugs inside, rice and beans every day, 7 days a week.
Wow. So basically that was horrible food that they were feeding them. At least they got a meal, but that wasn't a healthy, good meal. Bugs in your meal, like they didn't give a damn about your health. So that's kind of how they treated them. They treated them worse than the animals that's out in the streets. The way how they treated them. First off, the hygiene is, you know, you can't even think about what you're eating because it's sitting there for, you know, a year at a time, and there's insects inside it. There's rats, rodents all over the jail. There's dengue from the mosquitoes. There's guns inside the jails. There's machetes, and there's death run rampant there in every which way. So you can't even compare that to the States.
And how long did you stay in those Brazilian jails?
2.5 years.
Wow.
Wow. Just to see that, that's wild. Yeah, like I said, you never want to go to any jail in any foreign country. It doesn't matter. You know, so you always want to make sure you act right while you're traveling. So thank God I haven't met anybody who actually went to any one of these jails who actually had got themselves in any trouble, anything like that. Thank God. But as I always tell people, yo, don't do it. Don't put yourself in that situation. If you have to, pay them off. You know, I'm not saying to do, you know, bad things like bribing, whatever, but a lot of times that's what you have to do to make sure you're safe, that you're able to come back home. Safety is key in these different countries and so forth. This is your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD. Thanks again for checking out this video. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about these videos. And I'm out.